All right. Good morning. Good morning. So we got to take a quick look at Chewy. Do I even have it up here? Yeah, because some dude's got it. Crazy guy gets involved before earnings. Um, yo, I don't know. I don't like the pattern on the daily, right? So I'm looking at. I mean, it's not a classic head and shoulders, but you see a struggle to make highs. It's dipping down. But I mean, really, the patterns are out the window because you have extenuating circumstances. So this cat's just irritating as hell. Maybe I'll put him on my block list. Do not call. Um, Maybe I'm menstruating because I'm really giving them a sarcastic answer, although sarcasm doesn't come across in text. I'm like just tired of telling this guy the same thing, and then he just keeps doing the same thing. So I just canceled my Chewy membership. Oh, did you? Why is that? That's actually good insight. Why did you cancel it, Mister Tony? Tony from Massachusetts. Man, I hate these delays. It just takes so long to get a response. So anyway, while I wait for Anthony's answer to come up on the screen, um, and I know he responded, it just takes forever to get it. So anyway, I'm looking at SPX. We got tomorrow. We got trade balance. I think it is, or balance of trade. Actually, I'm just pulling up the news, which everybody probably knows because I know everybody who hangs out with me looks at the news every morning. Yeah, balance of trade. And Friday, we have non-farm payroll. Actually, isn't that sarcastic and nasty? That's actually who I really am. I'm really a sarcastic guy. Like, people come to me for advice, and I'm like, dude, I don't really do that. But I could give you some sarcasm if you're interested. Well, I go grocery shopping every week, and I can get the same exact stuff for $5 less per case, anyways. Okay, that's interesting, man. So like Chewy might have prospered on the stay-at-home thing, but yo, that's a big motivation. $5. I mean, I was hoping to hear something about the customer service or reliability because then you really, I mean, that gives you insight. Like, I probably told this story before, but I made a killing on AT&T. When I first set up my company, the customer service was phenomenal, and in a firm, telecommunications is a big item. And then so I went long the company, and we made a killing on it. And then through the years, the service just dropped off, and eventually I just hated dealing with them, and we shorted the company. And it wasn't retaliatory. It was just that what we saw we didn't like. And general theory is fish stinks from the head down. So we shorted the company and made a killing on the short. That's why I ask. Service isn't bad; they just don't provide enough value. Yeah, value is pretty big, but convenience sometimes outweighs the value. So that's very subjective. So $5 a case. If I'm going to the store anyway, I'd be in your court. But unless the case is really, I mean, awkward. But no, I'd probably go save the $5. But if I'm working all the time and I'm not doing my shopping, and like when I'm in the city, everything's fresh direct and being delivered to my house, and I don't step my foot into a supermarket. So I would stick with Chewy. So I guess I'm middle of the road on it. I don't think it's enough for me to consider a short, and I don't think it's well. You know what? Earnings are out today, so that'll be interesting because with the opening, people might have backed off ordering this quarter. And more people than not are looking to save money than worried about the time and convenience. So it's just the lunacy on the coasts that you would spend an extra $5 to have the stuff delivered instead of going out to get it. So anyway, that's my view. One man's view. So we're looking at SPX. We should open up about 10 points higher. I bet by the time we do open, actually, we get about 15 minutes. So we're going to open up about 10 points higher. Looking at the daily, we closed at 22. So we should open at around 32. And that'll put us right at the high of this bar. So we're testing the high of this bar. I like the momentum, then. On the daily, it looks like it's moving on up, moving on up. So I really have nothing bearish. I'm just gonna have to wait and see how the day goes, which used to be a derogatory term for Italians, right? Dago. So let's see how the day goes, which is appropriate because I'm a Dago, so I can say it. Italian lives matter. So we're looking at SPX on the 60 right here. And you could just see actually a trend reversal, which really wouldn't trigger until we broke this low of the 515.80. So we're going to keep our eye on that. But again, we're going to open up 10 points higher. So we're probably going to open up around yesterday's highs. Maybe we'll make a double top or something on the 60. We shall see, man. We shall see. But, this is the market you can't kill. Everything's moving up and continues. This is the first day of September. Really, kids go back to school after Labor Day, and that's where I think you're going to start seeing some sense of normality in society. And now the guy's still asking me, what do you see? I guess my sarcastic or derogatory, wasn't derogatory, but my short answer didn't satisfy him. So anyway, I'm going to recite a text. I don't feel like messing with the computer to put it on mute. So I see a reversing pattern on the daily, but I would stay positive as long as it holds that trend line and stays above that trend line. So right now, really, it's got to stay above yesterday's high. And then the next low to worry about would be 86.26. And on the 60-minute, it's in a downtrend. But all this is out the window because you have extenuating circumstances. Oh, man. $86.26, period. But all that doesn't matter. But all that doesn't matter because everything's contingent on the news. All right, so there you go. Yeah, dummy. Can I add that to the text? Yeah, dummy. I mean, the guy literally is taking a crapshoot. He did no fundamentals on the company to anticipate what the earnings are. Probably listen to some news. It's just irresponsible trading. And, I can understand that from a newbie. But, I think this guy must have came into the business in, 2006. At my firm. Bozo. Yeah, I had to tell him he's a bozo. I sent him a bozo email, a text. I think I'm feeling short. I definitely think I'm menstruating because I'm losing my patience the past week or two. Just frustrated. It could be the slow markets that's boring me. Perhaps the circumstances I'm in. Just running around taking care of other people's nonsense and stuff like that. Oh, I need a good quiet time and some meditation. Also, it's gloomy and rainy where I am, so that messes with my head. Sent him a donkey? Oh, what, like an emoji donkey? Oh, jackass. Oh, okay. Yeah, that took me a little while. A little slow on the uptake today. What kind of time we're looking at? 8 minutes until the market starts. And again, I'm going to be sitting on my hands. I'm really not looking to be too aggressive this week. You know, we got non-farm payroll on Friday. Today's oil day. You know, the market usually doesn't move much on oil contracts day. So if you're looking at it for excitement, you've come to the wrong place. Oh, my goodness gracious. Actually, I'm just thinking about dinner. Like, what should I make for dinner tonight? I'm a big fan of pork and beans. And I got some really nice beans, soaked them up, and made them up. Got some sausage made from heritage um, pork. Um, and I'm familiar with the farm that grew the pig. Um, so anyway, I look for that wherever I am. I look for you know, little farms that I could pick up meats and porks and stuff like that if I'm traveling. This way, I don't have to eat dirty food. I think I've given you my whole lecture on what I consume. So I made some really good pork and beans. Stewed it up for a long time. Made it a few days ago, and it's been sitting because I've been on a fast. And I'm thinking tonight's the night, or maybe one more day of fasting. Oh, we're still looking at Chewy over here. I would like to see this momentum break this trend right here. That would make me feel a lot better. Yesterday, it kind of pulled off, so I'm thinking we're going into a little consolidation, maybe a pullback. Be nice if we get a pullback on Friday. Um, 5 minutes till party time. So I'm going to just take a quick look at CNBC and just see what's on the front page. Anything interesting? Private payrolls increased by, okay, they got the ADP report. So payrolls increased 374,000, short of the 600 that they expected, which is good because that will keep the feds from getting aggressive on the asset purchase tapering. So and that's what everybody's looking for right now. Now, you know, this is the ADP, and people don't really trade on it too much, but I'm sure it's encouraging to the traders. The non-farms, the government non-farms is what they're looking for. But this is basically the same report. They just put it out. ADP puts it out privately, and then non-farms comes out, and I believe it's the government that does non-farms. Kathy Woods buys 56 million worth of Zoom on the dip, and she buys some Robinhood also. I'm going to have to think about that. I mean, I don't mind commenting right off, but I'm going to think about it before I move on it. Zoom. I mean, you really made its money or made its name when we closed down and everybody started doing a Zoom conference, right? So, I mean, I really feel as though that this is a way of life now with viruses. I won't just say COVID, but I think that even after COVID, we're going to see some more cruel and unusual virus come through our society. But I think that it's going to happen so often that we're going to become desensitized to it. The vaccines are going to pop out really quickly, and we know they could do it now. Based on the our DNA technology. So I think that there will be more of a sense of norm, and I think that masks too will be. People will be more comfortable meeting in person, and when they are uncomfortable, they'll just wear a mask, and that'll be an accepted practice in a meeting. Also, I think that air filtration is going to become a big item too. So I'm just trying to in my head work out where Zoom plays. I mean, obviously Zoom will remain a factor, but I don't think it's a growth stock anymore. And I think that it's properly valued, if not overvalued. And the reason why I'm just chewing on it a little bit is because I got nothing else to talk about. No, I'm kidding. The reason I'm chewing on it a little bit is because I know that people are looking to short Wood's hedge fund. And people are actually shorting Wood's hedge fund. So I'm trying to weigh her choices and what she's doing, I mean, she's been successful for quite some time, but I've seen this time and time again throughout my career where, people hit it for a while and then just fall apart. So anywho, she's loading up on it. And then Hood, I don't really like that investment because their primary source of revenue is order flow. And do I have Hood up there? A, B, C, D, E. No, that's the only time I have it. Okay. So the primary source of revenue is order flow. They're not collecting commission or anything. They don't do proprietary. I don't think they're making markets. And the SEC is talking about stopping order flow. Now, order flow, payment for order flow has been in the industry since I first came into the industry. It was really common. But they're thinking that it may create a bias, here we go, party started. I don't see the bias. So the logical argument would be that the large firms are making money on collecting payment for order flow, and they would lobby and defend the payment for order flow. So we opened up 7 points. We're testing the highs. I'll get back to my order flow point if you're interested. 31.39 is what we're looking for. So anyway, that seems logical, but the reality is that in the finance world, the major firms they're making money and they can live without the payment for order flow. But look at that! Take that break, and let's see if we can get that gap close. Might be a little too soon. So anyway, the major firms make a lot of money on proprietary trading and retail trading and the whole 9 yards. So now you have these new firms coming in that are going to take market share, and it's very easy to attack their revenue flow. So that's what these firms do. They lobby the SEC and the NASD to make these regulations that make an inhospitable environment for smaller broker dealers to squeeze them out of the industry. Okay, we're going to break the high. You could watch that break of the high to see if you can go long on this. But yeah, you know, it did a head fake to the downside. Now it's pushing down. And that's what I think is going to transpire. When you said Hood, I thought milk. Okay. So Hood, Robin Hood. So anyway, I believe that the major firms who control the self-regulatory organizations like FINRA, or it used to be New York Stock Exchange, but now it's all just rolled into FINRA. You know, they sit on the board of governors. They make the rules, and they'll hamper. They'll give up the order flow revenue to squeeze out the smaller broker dealers so that they can get that market share. And I mean, they've done it time and time again. You know, I saw it throughout my history, throughout my career. Fortunately, I was able to stay one step ahead and just a little too big for them to hammer me. But that's how they behave. And that's what I see. So I don't see a great future for Hood. I see PayPal taking Hood's market share because PayPal has other revenue streams and they don't need the order flow. So they'll probably do that to just gain customer loyalty and just trying to figure out what the market's doing while I'm rambling. Gain customer loyalty and just a collection of the funds, all the funds located in one place, and they could make money on interest and margin and you know, write loans and things like that once they have a collection of funds, hypothecate securities and lend out securities, things like that. So there's a revenue stream for them that's sustainable, but I don't think Hood will be sustainable. Or they'll start charging, you know, fees and stuff. I don't even think you get exchange fees in Hood. So anyway, that's my spin on it. That's what I'm watching for, at least. See how aggressive they get with removing payment for order flow. Oh, yeah. See, I'm glad I didn't take any trades. It's just churning back and forth. Should have made that move. It's just trying to consider or think about which way it's going to go. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Composites up 6. Looks like it's making a bull flag on the 1 minute. S&P's up 7 and just really consolidating. And the Dow is up 5 and just kind of consolidating. Actually, that all seems kind of weak. I'm thinking things might feel heavy. Or composites the strongest. Looks like Dow's putting in a head and shoulders. That could break us down. Mm-mm-mm. Just taking a quick look at the storms that's going on. There's Ida moving through the region, which it's casting storms all over the place. Actually, Kate looks like it's going to bounce off, head that way. It's Larry that's on my mind. It's already, holy Christ, it's already a major hurricane. Look at that. Hopefully it bends up, you know, and doesn't continue across to the coast. Looks like it's heading for it actually heated up a little too quick. Or actually, Thursday night into Friday, it's going to become a hurricane. But look at that bad boy, a major hurricane, man. It's like 110 miles an hour or more. I hope this baby turns up. Yeah, that's something we got to keep an eye on. I don't know what's coming off of off of the US. I got to look into that to see if there's anything that will steer it away. You know, if it follows the same track as Kate. Look at Kate, just spinning Kate. Kate's going to disappear. I mean, I would hate to see it wipe across Bermuda, but more importantly, I don't want to see it hit the East Coast. At least not where I'm keeping my yacht. My sail, baby. Okay, we're testing that low. There's a flag on the little cheesy flag, but it's a flag bouncing off the low. It's just not in me, folks. Just not in me to take a trade today. Even the idea of taking a trade just aggravates me. I'm definitely menstruating. There's really nothing moving up. Lordy Lord. Nope, that looks like a pretty negative pattern. Just keeps giving us, what could we call resistance here? Dink, dink. 28, oh, there goes 28.50. 28.54. All right, I'm in. Oh, cool. I got hit on one off. Very good. That's a big premium for that. Oh, man. Ah, and I'm out. All right. I made $50 a contract. I knew it. I shouldn't trade today. How frustrating. Yeah, insistence. All right, I got duped. I got snaked out. You've had 6 puts at 45.30. Cool. Hope you took some off, because we closed that gap. Nah. Probably just going to test that high. Looks like we're in a trading range. The chart moves faster than your quote speed. That's interesting. The chart should be consistent with your last trade in your quotes. It's a strong 5-minute bar. Looks like an engulfing on the 30. You could look for that break. It's a divergence, though. Flirting with that high. I'd like to see a 5-minute bear flag build. Pretty big retrace on that 5-minute. Yeah, I'm just going to sit back. We've got to wait for that oil announcement. Composite's doing nicely. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Broke the downtrend on the 60-minute. That makes me happy. Churning back and forth, baby. Dow's down 19 now. Composites up 85. S&P's up 5. Russell's down 5. So we got mixed markets, really just consolidating. Let's see what happens after we get this oil report out. Let's see. Rex block. I'm just watching this baby bounce back and forth. Really not telling me anything, man. Just kind of indecisive, tight trading range, chopping. But that's where you get beat up, man, in that consolidation. I lost track of the divergence, man. Sorry, I wasn't watching the chat. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. The hell keeps popping up? So we made our trading range, our opening range. It's only 8 points. Just a range bound day so far. So we get a half hour to that oil report. I'm thinking this is what the market looks like for the next half hour. Um, well, you could look in your transactions and it should tell you. And you could look in your order history and it should tell you the price you filled at. Order history would probably be your best, or order status. I don't use the same platform as you, so I don't know exactly how they title it. Mm-mm-mm. 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 Nice reversal, he says. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know what column you're talking about. Yeah, they move into the international space. That's interesting. Um, you know, I mean, I don't know how it works. I guess if they're just delivering food and stuff, but you know, most people here in America are like retarded with their animals. They kind of consider them children. I mean, that's not common, around the world. I mean, hell, in most of Asia, they're eating the damn things. Um, I mean, you don't see people walking around the Philippines or Laos with dogs dressed in sweaters. Um, and even like through the Midwest, most people I know don't even let the dog in the house. You know, they're animals. So I don't know what the market really looks like. I mean, only over here in the States. Actually, I'm not sure about England, if they're strange like that too. But I mean, people even have insurance for the dog. I have insurance too. It's called the 22 long. If that bad boy gets sick, I assist nature in natural selection. So, I mean, it's interesting. I don't know how much international trade they're going to have. I know people who've never bought dog food and just their dogs live off of the table scraps, whatever there is. And obviously our dogs here in the States are way overfed. I mean, half the dogs are running around looking like sausage. So, I mean, I would have to look more, but this is just my pessimistic view, um, you know, and an armchair analysis of the situation. I mean, we've had how does Chewy differ from all the other pet shops online? I mean, I don't even know enough really to speak. I'm really speaking out of school. I don't know enough about the company to really form an opinion. But there was PetSmart and all sorts of online pet things. I don't understand how these guys um, are so different. Yeah, man, those are real dogs. I mean, and I mean, that's what most people are like. I mean, now you see dogs in like baby carriages and dogs all dressed up, and I mean, spoke to one dude who was telling me he has inside dogs. I'm like, oh, how fucking horrible is that? Inside dogs. I'm like, what the hell is that, an inside dog? I mean, the dog's got to go out at least to relieve itself, you know? And then they don't run, they don't behave like dogs. It's crazy. My sister's like that too. She's a little nuts with her dogs. She has two dogs. And I invite her up to the mountain house and I tell her to bring the dogs. I mean, I have acres and acres, but she doesn't want them running around. But I have an eighth of an acre that's a dog run or a kennel, and she could put them in there. No, she doesn't want to leave her dogs outside. Apparently, her animals are not equipped to be outside. My dogs, I don't own a leash. I don't buy dog food. My dogs eat raw chicken. I never go to the vet. I had one husky when I was very young, and I lived in the city, who jumped out of the window of the car on the highway and then was running around. I couldn't contain him. He was just a wild guy. And then he ran back into the highway, and some idiot was staring at me and not watching where he was going and nailed the dog. And that was the only dog that I had die young. The other dogs, all my other dogs, have died well into their teens. My last dog lived 16 years. Everybody asked, how'd you do it? I said, I keep them away from the vets, with the heartworm medicines and all this nonsense that I've never experienced with any of my dogs. I mean, even rabies shots. I mean, unless rabies are rampant in my community, I don't bother with that. Wow, I'm in the middle of it like a torrential downpour. So we got 10 minutes to that oil report, and I'm hoping it frees up a little movement. I'm really just thinking that this is the nature of the beast until we see that non-farm. You know, everybody's kind of looking at that. Woo, we getting a soaking. Today really should have been a day off. Just chilled out. Cooked. It doesn't sound too bad. Crazy. Didn't even look at AMC today. Wow. That BBIG spiked to 12. Closed that gap yesterday. New orders are up. Prices are down. What time we got? Oh, any minute, baby. Let's see some oil. General consensus is down 3 million. Previous was down 2.9 million. Oh, there it is. Come on. Whoa. Oil stocks are down 7 million. Last month was 2.9 million. The general consensus was down 3 million. That's quite a difference, man. A lot of oil stashed out offshore. Oh, you know what it is? It's IDA. They cut back production in the Gulf by 91%. Oil's off a buck. Why is that? It should be turning around now. USO's not really moving. I don't get it. Disney's doing nicely. Hopefully somebody looked at Disney when I brought it up. Hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm playing around with limit orders again. If I buy a call option at $5 and it goes up to $6 and it keeps rising. Yeah, you could do a market order. I usually use limit at the bid if I wanted to get out. You know, limit at the bid, and that usually gets me out. Yeah, yeah. When it hits 590, then you're out. Um, yeah, the market order, man. They have too much discretion. You can go in between. You know, if you want, or you could just go just if you want to get out fast, go just under the bid. You know, give the guy a couple of pennies. If you can go 5 cents under the bid, you know, and the market maker knows he's going to make 5 cents, he might hit you there, or you know they might hit you right at the bid if you want to get out fast. The chat is limited to 200 letters. Is that a YouTube thing, or can I control that? Hey man, go to Patreon. Get sponsor the channel, and you could hop on the Discord and chat right to me. The link is in the description, and then you could have one-on-one trading. We could talk exactly about what you're doing, how you're doing it, and when to do it. Um, I still think that you might be jumping in more on gut than um, trading rules. But I guess that's a tangent for another day. Yeah, Laura. What's this? Today's the 1st, huh? I can't really stall it till then. Yeah. Well, you know what? Like I said, if you want to get out, go 5 cents under the bid, or put your limit at the bid. I mean, yeah, and you should be selling when it's like pushing up, pushing up, pushing up, and you see a target that it's going to hit. So you want to sell into that strength, and then you know you're going to get hit. If you're waiting for it to top out and then come down, then yeah, you might end up chasing it down, trying to get out. So you want to sell into that strength. You don't need to make every last dime. You want to make a good living. Well, nothing really going on after earnings or oil. So I guess people are just waiting on that non-farm. Um, well, okay. First of all, paper trading will be a little different. Your executions are probably better paper trading than if you're real-time trading. Um, but yeah, you can't use. I mean, I wouldn't use a market if it's steaming up, if it's running up, and I'm selling into strength, then a market might be appropriate. But it's got to be like going parabolic. If it's not going parabolic, I'm usually putting a limit at the bid. And I still am selling into it moving up, so that I get the strength. Um, and I know that if I go in at the bid, the next bid is probably going to be higher because it's pushing up. Yeah, I understand they're arbitrary numbers, but I understand the spirit of it. And if you understand the delta, then you'll know, like if you have a target that's $2 away, you know that you should be able to pick up a buck. So really, you could put your limit order in anticipation that that thing is going to move up to your target, and then because what happens is it'll hit that dollar kind of like a spike in the price and then turn around because the market makers are trying to make money and they're looking at the risk price. You'll probably get hit at your price. So there's a little you got to have a little savvy to enter your orders. But if you're not out there waiting on a limit, then um, like I said, just go at the bid if you're selling into strength or 5 cents below the bid, and you'll get out relatively where you want to be. But the more you mess with the option contracts, the more you're going to be able to anticipate what your price is going to be at your target, and you'll be able to put your limits in and get hit. But I'm glad you're paper trading with all these questions. Well, yeah, I don't really worry about the money I'm leaving on the table. I mean, kind of a cost of doing business. How much are you leaving on the table? I mean, what's it moving? 10 cents, 15 cents? That's $10 or $15 a contract. If you set a limit, if you set a limit to sell at 5, and the bid is at 550, you're going to get close to 550. It's not going to wait to sit back at 5. If you put a stop in at 5 and it's at 550, then you'll get hit at 5. But if you went with a limit at 5 and the bid is at 550, you're going to get executed on a sell. If you have a limit at 5 to buy and the stock is at 550, you will not get executed until it comes back to 5. So, I mean, I don't understand what you're saying. So you're saying if the call's at 5, the call can't be at 5, the call can't be at 550. The call is going to be at a bid and an ask. So the call could be at 5 1/4 by 550. Um, and if it was 5 1/4 by 550 and you put a $5 limit in, you're going to get hit at or around the 5 1/4. Mm-hmm. Okay, I got filled at 350. The spread was 20 cents. I set a limit for $3 and got hit at 340 on the sell side. Yeah, that's cool. I don't understand what you mean by you got filled at 350 and I got hit at 340 on the sell side. So okay, so you bought the stock at 350, and the spread was 20 cents. You put a limit order. Was it a sell limit or a buy limit? Yeah, yeah. That actually explain it again like that. You bought because I think you're saying you bought contracts at $3.50. The spread was 20 cents. You set a sell limit for $3, and you got filled at $3.40. So in essence, you lost a dime, but the spread was actually 20 cents, so you got hit in between from what you're telling me, or it just popped up and knocked you out on the bid at 340. Oh, we are testing the highs again, ladies and germs. Testing the highs. Could break out. I'm not even watching what composites are doing. Nasty rainy day. It's a shame it's not a good trading day. Flash flood warning. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, I got filled at 350. Spread was 20 cents. I bought at 350. I set a sell limit for $3 on my limit order. It just says limit, nothing else. That order got filled at 340. Why did it sell at 340 and not wait? Oh, okay. What you want to use is a stop order, all right? A limit is this is the least that I'll take, right? It's $3. So as soon as you put it in, you get hit because it's above your limit. So your a limit order says give me $3 or more. A stop order says don't let this price go down below $3. If the price hits $3, take me out. So you're just not using the right order for what your goal is. You want to protect your downside at $3. So you use a stop order. Yep, you're just using the wrong order. You want to protect your downside? Just remember, stop my losses. So you could put a buy stop if you're short, or sell stop if you're long. Stop my losses. But limit is, this is the least I'll take. And then again, and yeah, obviously anything over your limit, you go right to market. Yeah, yeah. You want stop. You want to use a stop because it's that exact price. And be careful because there's also a stop limit. So you don't want to use that because the stop limit, once it hits your stop price, then it turns into a limit order. When you just use a stop, once it hits your stop price, then it turns into a market order, and they stop you out right there. But if you use a stop, you can get less than your stop price, depending on how fast the market's moving. Mm-hmm. Everything's where it was at the open. I mean, we didn't do anything all day. We just kind of staying in the same place. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Now we're talking. Anthony, hold on, I screwed up. 34. Okay, I thought limit was exact. So when you buy with a limit order, one would say limit order. This is the most I'm willing to pay. Just to be clear, that is correct. When you buy with a limit, this is the most you're willing to pay. Right. If you say I want to buy it at $5 and they can get you a better price and fill you at $4.90, it's called the price improvement, and they have an obligation to do that. But who knows if they do or not? Oh, look at that, man! We broke the high and got rejected right away. All right, I appreciate that. I'll take a look and see if it's in the in the description. It should be. Um, but okay, yeah. If you set it in between, you run the risk of not getting hit. Yeah, you know the market. If it's a fast-moving market, you're not going to get hit. If the market's consolidating around there and the price is kind of stable, then you know somebody might work the order and you might get taken. Um, hmm. We must have done that incorrectly when I updated it. Come on. All right, there, buddy, you're in. I updated the description. It may be there now. Yeah, there's nothing going on. I mean, if you look at this 5-minute chart, we've been here almost 2 hours. This is all we've done. Pretty much right where we opened. Yeah, it's up there now, Anth. Um, so yeah, check it out. Wow, look at Amazon, man. That baby was a mover today. I mean, you could see it in the daily chart. I think we had talked about it too in one of the EODs, if not last night, as a swing trade. If it broke that high, our target is the 594. Um, yeah, should I up the price, Ant? Um, well, I mean, obviously, as it becomes more burdensome, I'll kick the price up. I mean, we'll work something out where we can keep you guys going. But if we get more people and it's occupying more of my time, I'll just raise the price just to keep it streamlined so that I could attend to everybody. But yeah, I'm not selling my service, and I just wanted to be able to cover the cost of expanding the channel and making the channel better and things of that nature. Mm, 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 mm. Wow, I can't believe the rain. All day torrential. All right, I'm cutting it early, man. There's nothing going on. I mean, we got like an 8-inch trading range. We've got non-farms on Friday. I'm just sitting here in silence. Everybody else is in silence. These are the days you just chill out, enjoy the sound of the rain. So that's it. I'm taking my leave, folks. You guys have a good afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow for what I assume is more of the same. But I appreciate everybody hanging out with me for a little bit, and keep practicing your trading. You really don't want to trade in these choppy markets, but whatever your decision, good luck trading.